darling! Indeed, but all of it is needed, rest assured. I also set aside funds, so you needn't worry about a budget either. Well, as you may have noticed, we've entered the beginnings of the winter season. That means I need to get to work on making my first practice batch, before anything else. Cookies, darling, cookies! Have I never brought this up? Perhaps not. This is our first winter season together, I suppose. See, while it's common for most folk to bake sugary treats for winter, in elven culture, cookies are especially important. That's right. We believe it important to send a batch to everyone you hold dear. If you do so, it said your bond with them will never falter throughout the next year. Provided I also sent you several batches over the years. I'd say there's reason to believe so. A batch of 12 for each. One to my father and mother, one to each of my sisters, one to my old mentor, and perhaps one each to my old guildmates. No, you needn't trouble yourself. I've made these alone in the past, and I'm more than capable. Really? No, you are right. You and I are indeed one now. And if you truly do wish to help me, I suppose it'd be foolish to deny you. This batch will simply be for the two of us, just as practice. I'll guide you through the process, so you can learn for the future. Making elven cookies is very similar to human folk cookies, and while the differences are subtle, they are also what make them unique. Yes, I suppose so. Just like elven and human folk. I'd never thought of it like that. Either way, we'll need to light the oven, which means we'll be needing these. That's right. While I could use my staff to use magic, it's tradition to not use magic when baking elven shortbread cookies. The recipe, with a few alterations of course, dates back to my tribe for centuries, even before magic was common. As such, we choose not to use magic, baking just as our forefathers did. There we are. Well, I've had years of practice. The fire is still a roaring one, so we can begin the prep work as it settles. Now, I've already churned this butter myself last week. What we need first is to mix all of the wet ingredients together. Look closely, darling. We put the butter into this bowl, like so, and begin to mix it slowly. You need it to maintain its creamy texture, but we also want it malleable. Do you see? Exactly. It's less about stirring it and more as if we're simply spreading it. Once we've done so, we can begin to add our flavorants. Would you grab the tall bottle near the window, please? Yes, that one. This is earthenberry syrup. I actually made some myself, using earthenberry, water, and then imbuing with a touch of lilac and spring herb. My mother taught me how to do so when I was young, and if you'd like, I can show you sometime as well. Here, as I continue to spread this, why don't you add some? A good splash will do. That's perfect. Now then, would you reach into my satchel and grab the small bottle I purchased, please? It should have a white ribbon tied around its neck. Yes, that's the one. Give it here, please. Belnut. Pardon? This is belnut extract, made from, belnuts. They're a tree hut grown in my home village. Technically, it's not an ingredient totally necessary for elven shortbread, but it's what my village used, and therefore, they're what I use. Just a drop's worth, darling. Not too much. Here, and we'll mix everything together. You'd like to mix? Feel free. In fact, as you mix in the flavorants, I'll grab the flour, and we can combine the two. Now, I'll simply stand here, keep folding the mixture, and I'll begin to sift the flour into it. Just like that. Very good. We don't want to see any unmixed flour at all. You know, I must say, it is nice doing this with you. When I was but a little girl, I'd made these with my mother or siblings. Afterwards, sometimes my guildmates would assist me as well. When I'd bake with my siblings, it always felt like they had to explain everything to me, drag me along. It felt like I was holding them back. And when I would do so with my guildmates, they'd either try to make changes or I'd find myself having to show them over and over. And yet, with you, I feel no such thing. I do not feel as if I'm holding you back, nor do I feel like you question me. I don't have to explain anything, you simply understand. Perhaps that's why we work so well together. Perhaps that's why I love as dearly as I do. Here, why don't I take a turn mixing? I'll finish up for us. Go wash your hands with tepid water. Don't dry them though. Ah, and please, would you grab us a baking sheet? They should be in the bottom cupboard. Thank you. Now I'll do the same. Wait here, please. Now then, in order to form these cookies, we simply need to pinch a small amount of dough and press it into our wetted hands, forming the shape of the dough with our palms. Here, watch me first. See? It may take some practice to grab the right amount, so that there's nothing of a filling, but you can do it. Watch again. See? Yes, keeping our hands wet allows us to mold the dough easier, and it avoids the dough from sticking to our hands. Well done. Now, simply place it on the pan. I'd like at the very least 12, but again, this is only a practice batch. Speaking of, for a practice batch, and your first one, no less, you're doing an exceptional. It's nothing, it's just... I suppose I should have expected it. You do have bigger hands than I do, so it's natural to believe you'd have bigger palms. Oh, darling, you needn't apologize. In fact, you needn't apologize for anything. Everything you've done has been perfect and faithful to my culture. In fact, seeing your cookies next to mine makes me feel so proud. Indeed, I feel proud to share my culture with you. While your palm size may be different from mine, it is still very much an elven shortbread cookie. One made by my beloved, my other half. Another? Darling, I'd wish for you to make far more than another. I want you to make as many as we can together. I want to see your cookies alongside mine, making those I care about smile. Our cookies, our palms, our hands. It's almost as if, even then, our hands are inseparable. Just like that. You're natural, my love. There. I've made 6, and you've made 6. One of my hands for one of yours. Not a single one left alone. Now, all that is needed is to bake them. We simply need to bring them to the oven and... while I appreciate the offer, I don't think my mittens will fit your hands. Perfect. Now we simply wait and Darling, thank you. I intended to clean up after us and was going to offer you some time to relax, but... Very well. Thank you, darling. Darling, I believe the cookies are ready. Darling? The cookies should be just about finished baking. Would you like to see them? Here they are. They do indeed, and they smell just right as well. But of course, we can't say if they're perfect simply by looks or smells, can we? Indeed, let us feast. Oh yes, that is simply divine. They're absolutely perfect, are they not? I'm so happy to hear that, my love. And while you're resting, I believe I have a proposition for you, if you wouldn't mind. Next time, I think I'd like you to share some of your culture with me as well. I do. I do. I want to learn even more about you. I want to experience your treasured memories for myself. And I want you to feel the pride I do, sharing your culture with me. Watch me learn. Watching something so familiar be born by my own hands. That's what I want, if I'm being honest. I want to craft something you cherish with my own two hands. Then, may we? Thank you. Thank you, my love. Thank you. I can't wait. Let us make this winter unforgettable together.